Some of you may know Lynn. She is a counselor, a trainer, and a consultant in private practice. Self, well-being, and successful living are the hallmarks of her practice. She has worked extensively with people of all ages, first as a teacher and counselor for 11 years, then as a counselor for 22 plus years, and a generalist with emphasis in a mental health center setting that ascribed to the tenets of the community mental health center model. My goodness, that was a mouthful for me. But she's been in private practice for over 14 years. One thing I want to say about Lynn, she loves caregivers. She understands caregivers, and she understands them because she herself was a caregiver to her mother. When I came to the senior center about almost 12 years ago, Lynn was the caregiver to her mother, and I was kind of the beginning of a caregiver to my mother. So she started coming to our caregiver support group, kind of on a quarterly basis. A lot of you know that she does that. And she really brings a lot of empathy, a lot of just the knowledge that she can share, but making us feel that we're not there to be offering sympathy, we're there to offer our support, but most of all, how to take care of a caregiver. So, without further ado, Lynn is here to teach us how to laugh. She said she couldn't do this after lunch because we'd have a full stomach. So, get ready to laugh before you eat. Lynn Gordon.
Thank you, Stella. Thank you. Am I on here? Is this just record there, or do I need this too? I need both? All right. So, I can't pace up there. All right. Okay, so good morning. First of all, I want you to check that you have an adequate supply of water. Do you have water in front of you? Because you've been sitting, and what happens, the way the brain works, is that you have been concentrating in your frontal lobes, and your brainstem, this is the hard part, hang on. And so your brainstem, which is at the base of the brain, has been working on keeping your body intact. But because it's the most important system in the body to the whole body, it's taking the water away from the other parts. So take 3 sips of water right now. 3 sips. Because in just that simple action, you're beginning to prepare your brain to laugh. And it's with excitement that I come today. But I have to pause for a moment. And I'm going to tear. And you can tear with me. I'm interested in all forms of way we can heal. Not just mentally, because I'm a counselor, but educationally as a teacher, which is what I still am. I'm still a certified teacher. But I also am interested in how we can physically heal, which got me into looking at laughter. But the reason I'm going to tear is that I'm standing here today. My daughter reminded me that 24 years ago today, I began my journey out of cancer. I had my mastectomy 24 years ago today. And if you're a cancer participant or survivor, you mark the day that once the cancer is removed. So I'm now beginning year 25. What is remarkable about that? I mean, I'm going, I always thought it was tomorrow, but it really is today. What's remarkable about that is that I had metastatic breast cancer. Dr. Gould took out 32 lymph nodes because he thought it was that bad. It was only in 1 lymph node off the breast, which got me into a protocol that paid for all of my cancer treatment, but $196 on the chemo. So what a gift it was, but what it did is it started me to look at all sorts of things of how to improve life, not only for myself, but the people around me. So you're here to help me celebrate today. Wow, thank you. So let's talk about laughter. And I have to have my notes. And they will give you my biography. And I have to apologize to Billy because I didn't get the biography in time. I remembered it this morning and I'm going, So I got up and I revised an old one. It's lengthy. Apologize for the length. So laughter is important. And in laughter, it's over 5,000 years old. It's a Hasaya yoga practice. And it was revived in India with Dr. Kataria. And what he found in doing all the research is that you can only laugh in the present. So if you're paying attention to all the mindfulness activities that are going on, mindfulness brings you into the present. And that's important because when you're in the present, the body is in its most active phase of health and well-being. So when you laugh, you're laughing in the present. The other interesting thing about it is you can't get an ulcer while you're laughing. Isn't that nice? So here's some things, and this is why we have to do this before lunch, because truly this is an exercise. Is if you have a hernia, it can provide additional abdominal stress. You have to take care of yourself in here. And so this is when everybody laughs when I do this with teenagers. They won't ask what it is, but they're always wondering. So if you have advanced piles, this is not good for your welfare. If you have heart disease with chest pain, you're asked not to participate unless you have permission from your doctor. If you have prolapse as a woman, it can cause urine linkage. If you're pregnant, it can increase abdominal pressure. In anyone who's ever felt uneasy laughing, you don't want to participate. If you have a severe cold or flu, or the viral common cold with running nose along with fever and chest, you don't want to do this because laughter can tax the body and make your healing process from whatever condition like that is going on slower. So what are the benefits of a laughter club? Well, it's consistent with programs to improve health and well-being. It can bring amazing changes in people's lives. It can lead directly to feelings of well-being and a sense of community. Laughter clubs are particularly big in India because they will go and do a laughter club on their way to work. Because in India, they don't connect and socialize like we do in the United States. It's one way for them to connect with other people at the same time. A laughter club can increase enthusiasm, morale, and motivation, and it facilitates one to be more open to change. A laughter club can reduce inhibition to laughter, and it can release joyful expression more easily and more often. When I was doing laughter clubs a few years ago, the people left with such a joyful expression, and they talked about how the next few days went better for them. Laughter club fosters balance between the right brain and the left brain, because you're not only doing the physical, but you're doing the actions that cause those two hemispheres to work more cooperatively. It also helps you develop a sense of humor. Now, humor is different than laughter, and we're only going to be doing laughter. Humor is what matches your beliefs and values and you find funny. Not all of us have the same outcomes when we look at certain things that we think are hilarious, and the other person next to us goes to us, "Why are you doing that? It doesn't make sense." And laughter is just plain fun. I want you to think back to the I Love Lucy. We're all of a given age here, I'm sure everyone has seen it, where she is in Italy and she is trying to stomp on the grapes. Do you all remember that? You can even laugh right now because you're all smiling because you remember the event. And it triggered the memory. And when you get into laughter, you can get into happy memories that help sustain and revive the system. So we have 3 kinds of laughter, and we're going to do them. And then I will explain them. And then we're going to talk about how to absorb it a little bit, and then the benefits of a laughter club and doing it the laughter club way. So here we go. This will be hard with a microphone. So I'm going to ask you to stand up and come on the stage with me because I need somebody up here for a minute. For a minute. All right. All right. Oh my gosh. So, okay. So there are 3 kinds of laughter. You have laughter in the top part of the chest, which is ha 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 ha. So laugh with me. Ha 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 ha. Come on. Ha 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 ha. Okay, there's laughter in the middle part of the chest, which is hee 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 hee. Hee 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 hee. And then there's laughter in the bottom part of the belly, which is ho 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 ho. Now go back to the top part of the chest and do ha 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 ha. Can you feel it in there more clearly now? We've gone through it once, and then there's he, and you can feel those muscles moving. And then there's ho, 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 you know, ho, ho, ho. So a laughter club always begins with, this is the part.
Okay.
Then you can go.
Okay.
It always begins with a greeting. So the greeting is, we're going to do aloha ha ha ha, and it's going to be aloha ha 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 ha. And she's going to say back to me, aloha ha ha ha, right?
Yes.
Aloha ha ha ha.
Aloha ha ha ha.
Okay. Now, I want you to turn and do that with 3 other people. Just go greet them. Aloha ha 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 ha. Now you can go. Thanks for being up here. Aloha ha ha ha. Aloha ha ha ha. Aloha ha ha ha. Aloha ha ha ha. Isn't that fun? There's another one called namaste. Namaste, ha 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 ha. And you bend forward because then you get a stretch in it. So, namaste, namaste, ha 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 ha. So greet 3 more people. Okay. So you have, and this is the fun part. This is actually the laughter portion of it. And so I'm going to ask you just to really get in it because it's fun. And everybody will look silly and it won't matter, okay? So you have 3 kinds of laughter, and it's not about the humor. It's exercising everything from the top of your neck, down here, right here, top of the chest, down to the bottom of the belly. So let's first just begin bending a little bit over, not too far. If you touch your toes, that's fine. And come back up. And if you don't touch your toes, that's fine. Knees count, hips count. Now I want you to just turn a little bit to the right, keeping your hips in place. I am a yoga teacher, so we'll get you stretched out a little bit. Lean to the right and lean to the left. And then I want you to lean down to the side, going to side, and then coming to the left. And then lean back, so you're stretching your spine back. And now if you're comfortable doing it, we've done it once, bend over and let your head go below your heart. And stand back up. And if we were in a regular yoga class, I would have you do a balance posture. But you have done 7 postures right now that are essential every day for the flexibility of your spine. That's yoga, that's not laughter yoga, but I just stuck it in. Feel a little more limber? You ready? So we're going to do 3 different laughters, and I just invite you to join it. Okay, the first one is the airplane laughter. It's like you're on an airplane and you're going to go, ah, ha, 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 ho, okay? Because you're going through the 3 sections of the body. Ready? So take that airplane off. You're flying. Now you're going to come down. Ho. Do it again, all right? And move your body. Don't just stay in one place. Move around. Come on. Okay, here. Up, ha, 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 okay. So we're approaching Christmas. What do we hear at Christmas? Ho, 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 ho. So hold your belly and be a good Santa Claus. Ho, 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 ho. Ho, 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 ho. Come on. Ho, 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 ho. Do you find yourself laughing spontaneously after each move? Now we're going to do the roller coaster. It's ho, 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 and move around. Come on, get moving. Ho, 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 ha, 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 ho, 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 ha, ha, come on, ho, 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 ha, ha, ha. Are you bending up and down? Okay. How are you starting to feel? So take 3 more sips of water, and then we're going to do my very favoriteest one. So 3 sips of water. When you just 3 sips of water will hydrate those frontal lobes and let your body and your brain balance. Now, this is my favoriteest one. Do it anyway. It's called ants in the pants. What would you do if you had ants in your pants and they were tickling you? Come on. You've got to get it in there. Come on. Come on. So, okay. How did that feel? Good job. So go ahead and sit back down. Oh. So if you're in a regular laughter club, let me share it. It's about the spirit of laughter. So I want you right now, we're going to rest and absorb the energy from what you've done. So put your tongue to the roof of your mouth, either behind the teeth, straight up on the ridges, roll it back, straight up, or roll it back, and just breathe in through your nose with your mouth closed. And what you're doing with that is you're taking a very deep breath that starts at the top and goes down to your belly. And at the bottom of the belly and at the bottom of the lungs, you have receptor sites that go to the calming mechanism of the brain. And so just putting your tongue to the roof of your mouth allows you to absorb the energy and the exercise of what you've just done. So as you're doing that, and when you're comfortable and calm, you don't have to keep your tongue to the roof of your mouth. Breathe as you normally would. But you've now embraced and endorsed inside the body the energy you created with the laughter. So the spirit of laughter can be continued in every day, because laughter clubs are about mind, body, and spirit. They promote physical health through laughter. And one of the best things they do is they prevent the hardening of the attitudes. You know, when we know our inner spirit is laughing, then we can laugh with the world. It also gives spirit a way to work with us. Good-hearted laughter starts with mindfulness, remembering what each day is for. And when you begin doing something each day, it can become an habit. And once it becomes a habit, it can become a way of life. Think about our world right now and what do we need? It's pretty somber out there. If we would just sit down and watch I Love Lucy or Groucho or Our Gang Comedy or something, Red Skelton, old stuff, because it's really clean but really funny, you would increase endorphins in your body, which are the body's natural painkillers. But in laughter clubs and in a laughter tradition, each day has a special significance. So on Mondays, it's for compliments. This overcomes our tendency to criticize and be judgmental of others and robs us of laughter. Look for the good in others, tell them about it, and you might just end up laughing together. Monday's thought is, a kind word often goes unspoken, but never goes unheard. Tuesdays are flexibility. There is no laughter in being stubborn. We all get set in our ways, and yet it's a good thing to be open to new ideas. It can be more fun than being in a rut. An open mind lets the laughter in. Tuesday's thought is, the tree that bends in the wind does not break. Wednesday is for gratitude. It's a good way to feel miserable is always to let the things you know to make you unhappy. But an attitude of gratitude brings serenity and laughter. Wednesday's thought, as you go through life, let this always be your goal. Keep your eye upon the donut and not upon the hole. Thursday is for kindness. Think of ways to help make other people's life a little easier. Simple kindness may be the most vital key to the riddle of how human beings can live with each other in peace and care properly for the planet we all share. Thursday's thought, the practice of kindness creates healthy relationships and community connections and inspires people to pass kindness on to others. Friday is for forgiveness. Forgiveness means letting go of anger. Find a way to see those who have hurt you in a new light of compassion. Releasing anger makes you healthier and opens up room in your heart for more laughter. Friday's thought, I never hold a grudge because when I'm angry, the other guy is out dancing. And that's from Buddy Hackett. Weekends are for chocolate, of course. Remember to eat some chocolate or any other favorite food. Remember to take time for leisure and pleasure of relaxation. The weekend thought is, a bad day fishing meets a good day of working. So the following things have been noticed as they've studied laughter. And I'll have 3 handouts I'll reference in a moment. So what they have done in the research on laughter is it brings joy, creativity, pleasure, frivolity, festivity, and humor. It will help increase the heart rate and blood pressure and oxygenation of the blood, similar to an aerobic workout, when it's then followed by a decrease in blood pressure to very healthy levels. It increases your endorphin levels, the body's natural painkiller, without the effect of drugs. It increases level of immune components in the blood, including immunoglobulin A, a virus-fighting component. And if you recall, they added laughter rooms to cancer treatment centers of America because of the research of what we know about laughter. Pleasant memories are triggered. We have facial, thoracic, abdominal, and muscular that gets a workout. Emotional tension is released with laughter. And it has all sorts of other benefits in terms of increased creativity, problem-solving ability, reduced worry, and better relationships. So as I bring you to the close, the other thing about laughter before I close is I'll share these with you. They're handing them out. Stephen Wilson, he studied with Dr. Kataria, and he brought laughter clubs to the United States for the World Laughter Tour. And he did tons of research and put out some pretty prolific papers and very accurate papers. The 3 things that are being shared with you were chosen by your committee. Happiness is an inside job. When we take control of our world and our feelings and our thinking, we can make our lives better. The next one is keep your sunny side up and discovering the humor perspective. If we stay in grim or the news or anything, our body takes that ability and it makes us suffer. We're seeing increased responses to emergency rooms right now because people are tense. They're not feeling very happy. But you can take care of your own life right now and laugh more. And the last one is it's an invisible weapon. It allows you to go inside and change things on your own. But if we were doing a completely different laughter club, and this is a real laughter club, which I'm taking you through, you need to know that Laughter Club has certain values. It's not political, it's not religious, it's not exploitative, and it's not parochial, and everybody is welcome. So there are 3 cheers that complete a laughter club, and I ask you to join me. The first cheer is, I'm the happiest person in the world. Ready? I'm the happiest person in the world. The second one is, I am the happiest, healthiest person in the world. I'm the happiest, healthiest person in the world. And the last one is, I love to laugh. I love to laugh. So thank you for having me here, Stella. These are always fun. And now, you get lunch. Here you go.
Another round of applause for our Lynn Gordon.
That's the hard part. Thank you.